Happy Monday. Hope you guys didn't miss me too much. I hope you guys didn't miss me too much. I was only gone for like a day. Oh my goodness. No. It's Monday. It's Phoenix Wright time. And I misunderstood how long it was going to take the first half of that one case. The first part of that case was painful. So yeah, we're back at it again with Courtroom Hootenanny Part 2. Round 2. And hopefully I mess less up. But we're not going to talk about that right now. I hope everyone had a nice, productive weekend. Or at least had a nice, relaxing one. I realized something, yesterday. When I was watering my plants, I thought maybe... Because I've never fully taken care of, actual green plants before. At least not in a while. I realized yesterday that my mint plants were getting these little black edges on them. But yeah, I left my mint out. I was attending to my mint outside, and the leaves were starting to get dry, blackened edges, and I was worried. I think I might have overwatered them a bit, which is unfortunate. It's my first time taking care of mint, so I'm not fully aware of the intricacies of taking care of mint. But yeah, I started to get worried because I saw the mint leaves were getting all blackened, and I was like, oh no. Are my mint leaves literally going to die before I even finish? Before I even get a chance to even make an extract out of them? Hopefully after I've done a little bit of snipping. How's it going? It's going. I'm just telling my little plant story right now. I snipped off the little leaves that were dying off from my plants, from my mint plants, and I'm kind of hoping that... Hang on, chat, where did you go? Oh, chat, you are... Chat here? Bugs. Chat, where? Okay, you're right there. I had to find out where you guys were. Chat's vanished again. Oh well, I'll keep reading. But yeah, it's I'm worried about my mint outside, and hopefully it finds itself again and replenishes. If not, I'm going to take this as an L and try again next year. But I still have at least another month and a half in order to hopefully handle it. I think I may have just watered them a little too much. And I didn't notice the leaves were getting that bad until yesterday, so hopefully I managed to get around it. I will see. Excuse me. I caved, by the way. I caved. I finally downloaded Love in Deep Space this afternoon. I haven't gotten deep into it yet, but I have started Love in Deep Space. It is so quiet in here without the music. It's so quiet in here. It's also really warm. I'm not deep into Love in Deep Space yet. I literally just got past the opening intro stuff. And I mean that quite literally, because my phone was about ready to cease. Oh, there you guys are. Okay, chat returned. Okay, chat refresh. Chat finally got itself back together again. Good. But yeah, I installed Love in Deep Space, and I am more trying to unlock outfits and stuff like that, because apparently you can actually unlock outfits for it, from what I researched, because I want that character to look a little bit more like myself, preferably. But I want my MC to look a little bit more like me, but we'll see what happens. I highly doubt I'll get that far, but we will see. But yeah, I've only just started it, so don't ask me for favorites or preferences. I can't choose a favorite husband yet. I can't choose a favorite husband. I also cannot give up Greenie or Ratio to save my skin. So I have my boys all over the place. I have a lot of favorite husbandos from like a variety of games. And yesterday, as I was trying to like figure out, okay, because I literally did everything in the morning. If in case you didn't notice, I literally slapped my schedule. If I no longer made this, I've not been made. How dare I am not a maidenless sorceress. I like my anime husbands. I like my anime husbands. I can't help myself. But anyway, yesterday when I was working through, when I was trying to, after I finished everything and putting everything together, after breakfast, I was just like, what do I want to do? As I already finished making the cheesecake for Mother's Day. I delivered the 2 slices to her because she was not going to want the whole entire thing. Let's see. I did that. I got the cheesecake and everything done. And then I was like, what do I do for the rest of the day? And I sat around in my office pondering. And I inevitably started playing RuneScape 5 for the not RuneScape 5. Wrong game, Zephyr, wrong game. Rune Factory 5. I picked up Rune Factory 5. I played that like partially on this channel for like once, but I never went back to it. Kind of like a first try of Echoes of the Plum Grove, I was still like in the depths of trying to figure out, okay, what games are preferred on here and whatnot. And as it turned out, I enjoyed playing Rune Factory 5 on my own time. And it really shows how indecisive I can be around characters. Because Mitchell and Riker are on the list of favorite bachelors so far. And boy, does part of me wish I could have both of them, because I got 2 hands. I'd rather have both of those boys. I'd rather have both. But they also like really scream to my tastes, I swear. They scream to my taste in characters, I think, even though I haven't really gotten that far into it. Oh my goodness. It's gonna get really warm in here. I can already sense it. Hopefully it doesn't like get too overwhelmingly hot, because I don't want to roast in here. But I will roast for you guys. But anyway, anywho. Let's see. So here's a funny story before we dive into Phoenix Wright properly. I had a funny dream last night, and this was probably because I had Markiplier playing Poppy Playtime. Because I'm a weird person who needs something to fall asleep to. As long as I put like a sleep timer on it, I'm less disturbed, even though I still wake up at 2 a.m. regardless. Because for some reason, I'll wake up at 2 a.m., look at my phone for like 5 minutes, and fall back asleep again. But in that interim, I had a weird dream about Poppy Playtime, and I have no idea what the context was. I think I was streaming it, and there was like some speaking, and I don't remember what those conversations were. I think it was just like some kind of like in-depth analysis video or something about the lore of it. I don't remember. All I remember was falling asleep to that, and I was just like, and I need to put Poppy Playtime on my stream list, because that's been my yes, I'm gonna turn to the lava chicken. But yeah, I think it kind of goes to show I need to put Poppy Playtime on the list of games to play, and that might be the October special. Because who doesn't like a VTuber who doesn't like a VTuber screaming into the void about like spooky games, right? But yeah, Poppy Playtime has been on my list. It's just now it's kind of like doubly supposed to go on my list because isn't there supposed to be a 5th chapter? Hold up, I'm gonna look this up real quick. Is there supposed to be a 5th chapter coming out, or is it only at 4 right now? Hang on. Excuse me. Okay, it's still up to like, oh, it still has only up to 4, but I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a 5th one in the works because it's a mascot horror game. You can't get very far without that. There's gonna be at least 2. I feel like I don't know off the top of my head because I've never seen part 4 or chapter 4. I've never seen that played. I do not want that spoiled. So we're gonna have to see what happens. Because I have a feeling that there's probably gonna be a 5th one at the very least. And maybe a 6th one to round it up. But I don't know. The streamline of mascot horror is beyond my ken. Anyways. I think that'll do for chit chatties. Let's hop over into the void for like a few moments. Okay. Wait here for just a few minutes. I'm gonna go fetch the thing. Hold on. If I'm having dreams bad, I gotta play it. Yeah, probably. Oh, sorry, I have like a little sniffle that wants to come out and it's not popping out. 1 second. I know we're in the void. Give me like 2 minutes. It's okay. You didn't miss much. We haven't started yet. You're good. You just heard me. You just missed me yapping for like the last like 10 to 15 minutes. It's all good. Ugh. Epa. We're just in the void right now. Give me like 5 minutes. Okay. Oh yeah, I also got like a fun art piece for, not to be off topic completely, but I did set in a request for an art piece. Not like a full screen art piece. Oh, hang on. I forgot to turn you guys on. There we go. Ah! Oh yeah. I requested for an art piece for something for a thumbnail for when Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma comes out, and I'm excited for that one. There we go. Oh, hang on. It's always like something's been going on my gaming screens, and I don't know what it is. Like, there you go. I don't know what's been going on my gaming screens lately. There we go. Okay, everything's back to normal now. Everything is fine. There. Goodness sake, this entire thing is just driving me nuts. There we go. I might need to hang on. I might need to shrink down a little bit. Yeah. I can never get this like fully set with Phoenix. Right, there we go. There we go. There we go. I'm down in my respective corner. Eventually we won't have this much of an issue where I'm fighting and struggling to find a place. Eventually you guys will be all in one place and the game will have its own like setting. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. Let's continue. I don't know how far I'm gonna get into this today. I don't know if I'll get into the investigation unit. It will just depend because, let's be honest, after last week's performance, this game is bound to try my nerves and very much test what I know, which is not a lot for this particular case. But yeah, we'll load from the save data, and hopefully my strikes come back. I want my lives reset on that one. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. For those who need a little bit of a recap, we got through the former part of the trial, which was Miss Angel Star, and she almost got away with everything because of like 2 spaces on the map, and because of 2 spaces on the particular map, and oh yeah, it was the blood on the bottom of the shoe. That was the other problem. And there was apparently some kind of piece of fabric or something in the muffler slash exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. And now we're in the waiting room because we were technically on a recess now. Whew. That's the Cliff Notes version of the recap, anyways. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
Mr. Wright?
By the way, I need to get, once we know Marshall's gonna be in this one, I'm definitely going to get my Boot Hill accent out again. Also, for those who might be new, who might be coming into this space, forgive me, I am not a professional voice actress. I am just a streamer who's doing her best.
Mr. Wright?
What?
Are trials always like this with you?
Yes. Yes, they are. Hi, Emma. Yes, they are, Emma. Congratulations. You went through your trial by fire with this one.
Like, you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there.
Pretty much. Yep. That is our way of life. Except today, we're swimming in quicksand. So, what happened to your sister anyway?
Apparently, she got called off to the judge's chambers.
Probably something to do with the piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn the trial around, right? We are gonna turn it around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny insignificant piece of cloth. We don't know if that's actually insignificant though, let's be honest. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell you the truth. Phoenix. Confidence. Then again, he's been in depresso mode since we started this entire case. He's so sad that Maya's not back. I have a light soda and some water, so I will be as hydrated as possible. Okay, there it is. Let's see if I can get this. I cannot believe I've literally chosen 2 characters to voice off of. Hello. It's going. I'm Boot Hill. Oh god, this ain't gonna work very well. Hola, partner. Hola, partner. There it is. They say you saw a red cloth. Why is it reading when streaming is like the worst thing imaginable for me? I'm doing my best. They say you saw red cloth to a bull. Saw you show a red cloth to a bull. There we go. I cannot read with this accent. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least.
Officer Marshall!
What are you doing here, partner? Thought I'd come take a look, see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen in the last 2 days have really been on edge. Don't you don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? Compadre? Compadre, I can speak. Excuse me. You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
Unless that's the scarf they might pull out of the muffler. You don't say? Now, don't that just beat all? Emma, you might have fed him information. I've seen the red breeze blow her Sunday neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the awards ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that even mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf.
So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken.
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. And why is this man having to talk in such Western lingo? Cowboy lingo.
So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
Cement. Not just quicksand, we are in concrete now. If it takes us, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Woo-wee! I'm gonna be suffering with that. I'm gonna be suffering with this accent for the entire stream. I can already feel it. I'm gonna suffer in a corner. Wait, I'm already in the corner. February 23rd, 12:32 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. I've only been away from you for a week. I'd like to resume? What's up? The judge is looking over at the prosecution. Oh, hi, Edgeworth! You doing good, buddy? Edgeworth ain't looking so hot. You good, buddy? Edgeworth, you need some water? No? Okay. Something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. Your face is blue. Your lips are purple. You're sweating bullets. You're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over, your back is bent. Ahem. It can't be. This can't happen. Edgeworth, I think you need to take a deep breath. You good, buddy?
I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
I have no idea. I actually do not. Well then, I believe it's time to continue on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! Edgeworth, you're losing it. You might want to learn some courtroom decorum. It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself.
Hello?
Excuse me? Knock knock? Eh? Who's there? Oh, no! Oh, no! Why are you here? This is me until later! I wasn't expecting him until later. I was expecting him after this one. Sugar, honey, iced tea. Uh-oh. What's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom.
Hey! The temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in.
Who on earth is he? Oh, it's you. Okay. Staring. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna have fun with this. I say. No, we're gonna go Southern on this one too. We're gonna have a bit more of a Southern accent, but we're gonna try and do like the foghorn leghorn, you know? This is the one guy I was not anticipating seeing so soon. I was expecting him after this one and into the next half of the into the next day of investigation. Oh, sorry I'm late, Uji. Roads are packed. It's just me. I say. Long time no see, eh, Uji? How you been? Swim much these days? Hello. No, I've been busy. I've been so busy. Busy schmizzy, Uji, my boy! You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed.
Uji. Seems to be his nickname for the judge.
I say. Well, I do say.
I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid.
Sorry, but who are you? Ha! So, you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks. What the heck is going on in this courtroom? Also, hello. Sorry, got into the acting there.
Yes, it's attorney time. Welcome in.
We're on this 5th and final case of the original trilogy, even though we're not on the final court date. We're on the second half of the trial run of the first one. Thanks. So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little worthy? Oh, poor oh, no, don't give that nickname to Edgeworth. That's just insulting. Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police. Oh, chief of police? He's the top-ranking official in the entire district. He's just staring at me menacingly. Name's Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. He's too pleasant. Okay, no worries. I have not fully played on my own. I have watched some people do like Let's Plays of it in the past. However, because a lot of that was mostly audio only, I never really like paid full attention in places. So a lot of my memory is gonna be faulty, so there will be mistakes, especially this particular case. I have no recollection or memory of this one. And sometimes I think like 5 steps ahead. Oh, Little Worthy is Edgeworth's nickname. So, what do we owe you this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. Of course, when I want to do a comedic style accent, it comes out better, but when I'm trying to do Marshall, the boot hill does not come out. But with Gant, I can easily do it. What is wrong with me? Well, it's Worthy here. Look at that poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just saying things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But why would he have it? is now the top leading question. But to think that stuff in that exhaust pipe. Oh, that was the one stuff in the exhaust pipe. On Little Willie's car, no less. Link. Eh? It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? What's this? SL92. It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. A switchblade knife? Objection, Chief! What kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth? How could you miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how could you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worthy. I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document. It says person in charge of the investigation. There's no mistaking that signature here is there, Miles Edgeworth. But that's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had... Your head in the clouds got you... Your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. I hate this man worth 1,000 suns. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. Yep, I already hate his guts. I don't know about you. Show of hands. Who doesn't? We are part of the not bullying Edgeworth club. Yeah, I already hate this man's guts.
This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words.
This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure, I'd like you to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push the switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore.
Come on, just hurry up and open it.
Oh, they're auto-doing it for me. Beep, beep, bing, bong. Okay, so it probably wanted me to switch this open with this. Oh!
What? Don't scare me like that!
I'm the one who's scared!
Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off.
And this dark red stain. Blood? Switchblade knife added to the court record. Oh, this ain't good. Why is there another knife? This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear the explanation from the chief of police himself. Yeah, it's ketchup. We don't worry about it. It's just tomato soup. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? About the split between the prosecutors and the police, and this knife. Sure thing, not a problem, not even a little one, really. Doug Dimmy-Doom, or Dimsdale Dimmy-Doom, there it is. Joking. Department in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scare coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department. A detective? That's hush information, Urgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet.
Objection!
Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. Surprise! We might have 2 murders. Order, order, order. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? Sleazy. I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Bright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different locations.
The chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course.
I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Department in disorder. Please tell me at least got my. Please tell me my points are refreshed now that we had it. Now he had it to be continued. Oh, thank God. The knife is special, but I can't say how here. Press. Excuse me, special? I'd come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Rado, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. Unless there's evidence to prove the connection between this knife and the Goodman. Hang on. Hang on, can I investigate was I even given the muffler? No, I wasn't. Boo. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection. Press, maybe? I think I've reached that point where it's like, I gotta press everything until something pops. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on in the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Rado. Sorry. Ooh-wee. That finally popped out. Jesus. Ooh. Sorry about that. Thank you. Whew. Maybe there's something about the knife that'll give us a clue. Let's examine the knife while we can, Righto. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time. So, how are things down at the department? Hang on. Let's see, can we look deeper on the knife? Yes. Can we look at it more? Oh wait, fingerprints. Ayo. Oh wait. Oh, turn around. No, I don't want to exit. I wanna like check again. There's like a smudge on it. Oh goodness. There.
There's a small tag on the knife.
It says SL92.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. DL6? Maybe it's a case number? That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Oh wait, we have that receipt paper. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe let's check the court record again. Yay! We've got it. Hang on. I think this is it? I think? Let me check this. SL92. Oh, if you flip it over, it says SL92. Is that right? Can I present him this? Objection! Hell yeah! It reads SL92 if you flip it around. Wait a second. At last, an honest and good to goodness objection. This knife. This has to do something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? And honest to goodness, what do you mean from Udgy? This is great. No worries. Take a look at this tag on the knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? I wasn't reading it upside down. I was reading 67S 12-2. But now that we turned it around, it's like, oh, SL92. 6 minus 7S 12-2? Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn around and what do you get? SL9. Aha! Oh. Dead. Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. Dun. SL9. That's the same thing as is written on this nice tag. Okay. Order, order. Well, Chief. Well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. How do you know it was stolen from the evidence room? Oh, this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it, in fact, a murder weapon? Nice, little worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Evidence room. Does they have anything about the evidence room? Prosecutor's office crime scene. Goodman and Lana Sky. Can I check again? Can I look any deeper? Okay, the tag is checked. Those smudges are driving me nuts, though. Like, those little smudges there, they're driving me bonkers, and I'm just like, I'm probably thinking too far ahead. Someone from the evidence room. Someone from the evidence room. Oh, no. Okay, it's a bad day for the department. That one. I'm gonna press on these. Something happened to the police department too, huh? You got a good look on your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Chop, hungry. So something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. But who was the... Who was it? On the same day that detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact surprising, isn't it, Gee? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Arado. Oh no. I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one! This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. How the victim was killed, when the victim died is not... These two are not important. Where the victim was found specifically. We could ask how the victim was killed. Yeah, because I think that's the only thing we don't know, actually. We know when, which was 5:15. Where was the police department? How? Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing with a knife. Knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between these two cases than the cause of death. Seems like I'm gonna have to press this a little bit harder. Time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? 5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and the murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling. When I say there's a 0.001 chance of that chance of that happening. Dun dun dun. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. It's not officially linked to the case, so I can't talk much about it. Oh. Hell, spill. How can you say that there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand. Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove that there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I better find and get to the bottom of this. Two detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And the knife! And that knife! What was it doing there? I better check this knife out thoroughly. Why was he laughing? It's Mr. David Gant. He does that. Let's see, stolen. Can I check this again? Okay. This one might actually be the death of... This case might actually be the death of me, though. Let's be honest. Press on this again. So this knife was stolen. Yeah, but then the murder... It was evidence you say what in fact... Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, little worthy. It's evidence from long since solved. Yeah, the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edger's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Hard to think there isn't a connection.
Okay, if the knife was found... Thank you. Do I present the knife? Found the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler, small tag attached. But then... why... I needed like a time card when that thing was stolen. Okay. One sec. I might need to press... I don't know if I need to press him a little more, but let me... I usually don't like doing this, but this is like, my brain is not broining. This one I feel like I might want to confirm my own suspicions. Yeah, this one might be the time to ask Google real quick. Yeah, the tag on the knife is for the SL9 incident. Oh. Hang on. 2, 3. It's one of those kinds of things. Same day, detective was killed in the police department. I'm gonna kind of go through this one real fast because there's a specific one. Because I already went through that. I was actually correct in my original thought process, which is where the victim was found. So tell me, where was the victim found? Yeah, the music just stopped. That's when we hit the jackpot. Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? But wait a second. I have heard of that. The evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? That when the evidence was evidence in the case, it was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's a connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gann to testify about the details. So. 3. That's 3, 4, and then we can go back to 5. And press him again. Chief. Oop. The defendant's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. No, I don't think he stabbed himself. You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. Yeah. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had it on him. It was the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department. The police department was killed in the very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. Link. Mr. Gant, you could become a very silent VTuber and people would be scared of you. I'm just saying. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department.
See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? This man is probably playing us like a fiddle and we're just dancing to the beat. Who would have guessed? It feels like too much of a coincidence. I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim of the department. Okay? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh, well, I guess we might as well try to get what I can out of him. The victim's division. Okay, well, what division was the victim stationed in? Oh, you want to know that, do you? Do you? Criminal Affairs, Division 1. The detectives are responsible for homicide cases. Homicide? That would be the same division as Detective Gumshoe. Detective Goodman, who was killed in the underground parking lot, was homicide too. It's almost like this, like a serial killer was after our homicide detectives. Except this serial killing happened simultaneously, scientifically speaking. Well, I sure hope Detective Gumshoe wasn't on the list. Detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office, one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. Oh, they're just gonna continue through this. So I have to keep, like, I gotta go prod him again. Okay, so I got like prod until I get the right info out of him. I hate this man. The victim's gender, actually. Okay, how about the gender of the victim? You wanna know that? Okay, a hint. Let's see, first hint. Gender that's not female. Aha! He was a guy. What did I tell you? The boy's shop. More like he spoon-fed that one to you, my man. Stop goofing around, Mr. Wright. This is serious business. Sorry, Your Honor. Hey, tell that to the chief of police. He's acting like this is a whole damn game. Yep. Knife, yada yada. So, his ID number is also the important info. The victim's ID number. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on the ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 584-28189. How? Okay. Yeah, that's totally normal. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 8, 2... I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Roy, does that tell you anything? The ID number of the victim of the police department. 584-2189. That tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Hi, Bubba. Thanks for popping in. Meaning... it has to be what I think it is. But what does it mean? And how could he be in two places at once? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered on the police department tells you something. What does it tell you?
that it's Detective Goodman.
Take that!
Witness! What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. If that's the way he grins during prom night, I'm kind of concerned. That doesn't look like an excited grin. That looks like awkward. No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news. Huh? Just come out with the guns blazing. Like you always do. Aw, Edgeworth! Edgy, edgy, edgy. We love Edgeworth in this house. The police department, prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. And both those detectives are the same person. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney. Remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Rido. Personnel IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. Surprise, mother... And this means what exactly? Judge! That means the character's saying he was in the same place at the same time. Unless he split via osmosis, he was in 2 places at once, getting murdered at the exact same time. Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82... Whom I've forgotten. Didn't even get the first number right again! The number on the chief of police gave us was 5842189.
Objection!
Wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, shop as a tech, Rhino. Shop as a tech. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yeah, Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time.
Objection!
That's impossible! So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time, and in a completely different location. I need a drink after that one. Dun dun dun. No. Oh, they just kind of autoed on that one. No, what I want to know is, why didn't I hear anything about this? Yes, it was top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now wait just a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said, wait. Or didn't you hear me? I'm gonna go curl up in my cave blanket. Bye-bye. I'm just gonna pull my cave blanket up again, even though it's gonna be warm. That guy is scary as the day is long. Give me 5 seconds. Oh my god. Yeah, I love this character so much. Love him to pieces. Absolutely. Love them to pieces. That the oversight, the grave hair, Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins?
Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait,
Excuse me, but Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me? Uncomfortable.
honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. It seemed challenged.
In any case, if this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy.
Objection!
But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then no such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy? What? What was the second rule of evidence law, hmm?
Well, Mr. Wright?
Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And now, how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in the court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. Oh, you mother. You muddle fudging. Yeah, hoy me, hoy. This is the second time I've gotten a doodle bob language. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence at all until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by right over here. Good job, Righto, my boy. My boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! Boy. It seems we've come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors? You were even in the defendant's chair just the past December. Boy, just twisting that knife in there, ain't you, buddy? I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth! Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do. You better get the results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir.
Or Mr. Edgeworth?
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I'll grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive.
Very well, the court is adjourned. Court is adjourned. To be continued. Wow. I should have probably gone for like that other hour, but I didn't. Save. Yes, we'll do the investigation, I think. Yeah, we'll do the investigation. Shouldn't take too long now that we've kind of gotten through the thing, through the first leg of it. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m. Right and Code Law Offices.
Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused.
Well, let's see, what is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police evidence room.
What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least.
Alright, let's do it.
Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to help much with this. By the way, why is that blue badger still in our evidence, though?
Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. And they totally don't look like someone else's that this particular sorceress in the corner is constantly reminded of these days. Let's go! Science awaits us.
February 23rd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. We just auto went there.
You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares?
Yeah, it was our only victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie.
Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it.
She's got bias, which isn't good. She trusts her sister, I understand that, but there's way too much bias that she might end up hurting this case a bit. I think there's a term for it, but all I know it's right now it's bias and it's bad. That oil drum, was it empty? The oil drum was kicked over by the chief prosecutor. Was brimming with water.
My sister, erasing evidence at the crime scene?
Never! Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister.
That's not it at all. It's just... we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her.
Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away.
Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright.
Huh? What's that grin for?
This situation calls for one thing, and that is
luminol testing fluid. But luminol?
Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water.
Very true, actually. You can't just wash it away with soap and water. Normally, you would need something as strong as bleach to get that to come off. Water may wash away on the surface, but it can't get that deep one in Minecraft.
Even if you can't see it, it's still there.
But wouldn't the police have already done those tests?
Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try.
Me? Why do I have to do it?
I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet.
That was bad. You're old, but you're old enough to carry around luminol testing fluid? Just saying! We're both testing blood stains with this stuff, not drinking it.
Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses.
Huh? You had an extra pair of those glasses? Oh, God.
Test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see?
Press enter to spray it on. Okay, let's find some bloodstains. Now, there's a funny thing about this entire thing. This was the reason this case, when they moved this game to the DS, this was the reason they imported this new case was to try out the DS technology. So we're gonna spray, spray, spray. Click, click. I can see her eyes shining bright behind those glasses. So this is a blood stain? It's so... Emma, you're shaking. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something about this strike you as odd, scientifically speaking, of course? What's odd about this, scientifically? The amount of it, I think. It's the amount, isn't it? The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there would be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, they'd have turned to... There'd have to have been more blood than this. Okay, I would have marked this out. This, like... That grammar hurt my brain for a second. There would have to have been more blood than this. Okay, I had to read that out slower, because that helped a little. Hey, Mr. Wright? I'm gonna mark up the floor plan so when we find a blood stain, okay? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved my allowance to buy that. And yet you're able to purchase it as a minor? Luminol testing fluid received from the one very proud-looking Emma Sky. We can't be sure that police will reveal all of their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Then let's drag that hidden evidence into the light of day. Yeah! It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Huh! I wondered how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star! You only trust your own eyes, hmm? Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Wouldn't day-old sushi be kind of like, or sashimi be like, not healthy? Sorry, it's just... Oh, excuse me. I fell into the Angel Star vocals. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. What's up? You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but... It might have been refrigerated. This is true. It could have been refrigerated. They probably refrigerate those bento boxes. I was overthinking it, I think. No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from the security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied to the witness stand on the witness stand? That's unforgivable. Oh, honey. Little girl. Don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw the chief prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what?
Court record. Let's check that. Check.
Oh, I can't do anything to check it. I'll present that to her in a second. So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes, that was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hard the criminal when they faced me. They coughed it up.
Coughed it up.
They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too.
I wouldn't doubt it. I would.
Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of a suspect after suspect. And before long, they called me the cough-up queen. And oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches.
And you were let go? Fired?
I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident.
SL9?
Wait, she doesn't mean...
Let's present her with the, I guess we can present her with the Kinife.
What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note... Goodman. Goodman was the head detective of on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from the case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet.
You think you can tell us more about the SL9 incident? Can I present her the map as well? Could you take a look at this?
You.
Yes?
Said you wanted some hot tea, right?
No, but thanks. She didn't even look at it. Okay.
You must have brewed tea leaves for a long time to get this rich flavor like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it! So that's the secret to aroma. Exquisite.
The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. Okay, so we can at least talk to her about the... Can we not talk to her about the SL9 incident? Wait, hold up. This, the SL9 is written on the knife and on that note. And then yada yada yada. Really? Boy. As I say, this SL9 isn't over. Well, she's not gonna talk to us about it, I guess. Not right now. Guess we move along for a bit. Let's go to the detention center. Is Lana around? Yeah, she is. Let's see if Lana's about.
Looks like Miss Sky is in questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her.
How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time?
Can you imagine?
How's she supposed to answer that?
Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gantz say they arrested a suspect in the police department murder?
Let's come back later. So we can move to the criminal affairs department. There we go. I think I might have hit the wrong police station. Criminal affairs department.
Everyone here looks deadly serious. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down in the police department.
Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. Makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check the police department crime scene.
Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up or we could wind up dead.
I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now.
But it doesn't look like anyone's around here to help us much either.
Okay. Police department entrance. There we go. That's what we're aiming for.
It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The texts are running around so fast, they're blurring.
I suppose it makes sense. The detective did get killed here after all.
So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is.
It's like a kid at an amusement park.
Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look.
Can we go down? Guard station? Oh, here we go. Oh no, why you here, man? Evidence room entrance guard station. What's the decor in this place? It's very eccentric.
According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room.
Beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime?
It sure seems that way. Oh.
Oh. What's wrong?
It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight.
If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is if there's a guard station, where's the guard?
I have a feeling I know who he is already.
Dude, this dude's got whiskey on the job.
Look on the floor. A lasso.
Looks like a set up to trap something.
A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull here. Oh, but the lasso missed.
You sure have an active imagination. Texas!
This swinging door makes place look like some kind of saloon.
But it looks nailed shut. You can't get in that way.
Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch.
They say it's been over. Yeah! Myself. Yeah, I think it's... I highly doubt that lasso is actually, like, triggered onto something. I think it's just there for decoration at this point.
Yipes! Those sure are prickly. They must be the real deal.
I would think just one big one would be sufficient.
These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually.
How so?
Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her.
I'm not sure I see the resemblance.
It's more an attitude than a physical similarity.
She was getting all deep in there, Phoenix.
A security guard uniform hanging there.
It's more like a costume than a uniform, honestly.
A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A paunchy? Pinchy? Oh, I know! A poochie! Wait, maybe that wasn't it.
It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information myself for the time being. This is way too funny. Looks like there's a video feed in the evidence room from here.
There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we can use this computer to check on who went in and out of there.
Anything else? Gonna go to the door? The evidence room's beyond that door.
Let's just walk in. It won't open.
You thought it'd be open? I think we need to get someone's permission to go in there first. So now we have to backtrack. Yay, backtracking! I guess we move. Do we go to the criminal affairs department? Nope. Wait. Where do I go? Guard station, criminal affairs, underground parking lot. Can we go back and talk to her again? Nope. They do not make this very easy anymore. Did I miss something at the guard station? Did I miss anything here? Texas. Cactus. Wait. Ah! Salmon. Wanted to double check. Okay. Move. Because there's no one out there. Any ideas? Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, yeah. And through the tough time, Worthy, with those rumors. Wait, I think I need to go to the... I think I might need to go into the, actual prosecutor's office. There was that business with him not reading the officer's report. Okay. Chief Police was right about that, but I can't help but think. Someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. Okay, so I will back and I will move. I can't wait to get into the more, move. High Prosecutor's Office. I was looking for where to go next, but then I remembered I haven't gone in here yet. Room 1202. Well, this place is classy as today as it was yesterday. I'm sure it'll still be the same, just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess I'll have to come back. Okay, we need to move again. Slide over here. Is there anything else we need to examine on the car? That's what the red sports car can get. It's pretty red. I'm gonna try this working too. The question is, why did Miss Sky choose this car? So what car is it? I think it was called a sedan or a coupe, something like that. Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you? You're supposed to know these things. Now I got my driver's license. That's where I found the note. 221 SL9, the SL9 incident. A case that was due for transferal the day of the murder. And the detective in charge of the case was the victim. I wonder what kind of case the SL9 incident thing was. Kinda hard to guess just knowing the number. Not much. I am just, we went through the whole David Gant thing, which was a lot of fun. Will you talk to us now? No, you won't. Okay. Can we go back to the police department entrance? I'm lost! I am slightly lost, though. Gotten everything selected. Okay. I'm lost. Hang on. Investigation. Here we go. This one I might need to... This one's actually, like, really tricky. My brain does not want to work correctly anymore. Did the luminol testing fluid. Detective Star. Oh. Where's switchblade knife? Oh, okay. That's why. I had to I had to present a particular piece of evidence. Hang on. It's always like the little things too. It's never like anything too major. My brain doesn't connect with it. But like, here, we're supposed to present her with this. I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the coffin queen, right? We found this ID card here in this parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But... it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. Okay, so then we can talk to... So we did that with her. Present the crime photo. Okay. They have a very specific way they want this done. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. But how did you... But
How? There was still like a lot of time. That was when I took this photo, yes. But it doesn't feel like there's a lot of time. And where's his body, technically? In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Star. Your lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like last time. That time? Okay, there it is. Now she can spill her guts. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. But what? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved in that case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen. Others found themselves out of a job. Yeah, fabricated evidence. The biggest no-no in court of law is fabricated evidence. And you were one of those? Myself and the other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops. I mean, Police Department Secretary Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigate in that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over. And he was demoted. However, he wasn't forgotten. He hasn't forgotten. And neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case. A hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us now. Wait. Those lunches you sell. There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends, that help me investigate. Jake is the cowboy, yes. Miss Star's old boyfriends? How many does she have anyways? A lot, Phoenix. A lot. I'm just gonna say that. Definitely a lot. She technically labeled off 3, but I think she's got a lot more under her belt. Over 9,000 boyfriends. Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we have new evidence. We find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, rookie. What? It seems you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with a treat. Salisbury steak. I haven't had actually a decent Salisbury steak. That actually sounds kind of good. Miss Star. Best way to bribe somebody through their stomach, indeed. Officer Marshall, is he your, Are you his... Are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too, back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. No more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Alright, now we can move along. Police department entrance. Oh. Hey, look at that. This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please. Huh? Wasn't that... One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. It's Gumshoe! Excuse me. Detective Gumshoe. Now's not the time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal, now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about the police stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? On the same day that detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed in the police department? And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal. All I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Sitting right here talking isn't gonna fill my belly. Gumshoe, wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figured he's down there having a good cry. Later. But he ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Do we go to the detention center then? I guess we move along to the detention center. Curious. I'm a sad boy without a steak lunch. Yeah, I know, right? Still, I do feel a little better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best not to go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. Ow! Ah! Who had the feedback loop turned on? Ah, that actually hurt my ears. Ah. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. That was just evil. What was that? Sir! That's what I'm saying. Me? A perpetrator? I'd say I was perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of Chief, sir. I got your report, sir. Officer Meekins! You were a guard here at the detention center? No, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, and that loss is like a loss of lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir. How should I say this? Wait. He isn't. Is he? You... Officer Meekins. You didn't. Did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir! I'm sorry if I'm about ready to blow your guys' eardrums out, because this voice is gonna go nuts. What? Now, this is an unexpected turn of events. Day of the crime. Ah! Okay, I get it. Sir, I'm the patrolman with the general affairs. Sir! Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir. I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So, normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir. Because evidence is kept in that evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to be glancing at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red, and I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Right, might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I had to do to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. Bandage hand. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Ow! Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, ow! There was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were... Huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? When I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. This is just getting weirder and weirder. Yeah, is everyone's ears okay? Hanging out with Officer Meekins is always a treat. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir! If you would label me as a perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me a victim! I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive and well and all that. Yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know that a victim, Detective Goodman? Yes, sir. Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him. Sir, I work in an Italian department devoid of light and other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. There we go. I gave him more of like an authoritative sound. I'm so sorry, everyone. Hang in there. We're gonna finish with Meekins soon. I hope, because yeah, even that hurts my ears and I'm the streamer. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Do you know about the evidence that may have fallen out of the cart? Officer Marshall in a good mood. Officer Meekins, this is for you. I'm scared enough, sir. Okay, I just want to take a look at it. That's it, sir. Last night. That's the one. I was an apple, sir, in my dream, sir. I was being peeled. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacted to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Let's ask him about this. Could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. I'm really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. He's passing the buck to Mr. Wright. He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. It takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. I guess we move back? Oh, Edgy! We missed you! Oh. Oh. Was it? Dang it. I totally wasn't there to see the husband. No, not at all.
Do you think you could take a look at this?
Hey! That's it, sir! That's it! That's it! What? That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But, sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card was in the cause of it all.
This ID card?
Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I better pry into this, but one a little deeper. Jesus. We love Officer Meekins. We just don't like the way he's presented in the first part of the case. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card.
Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far.
That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me! What? What? Sir, I assure you, I was flustered and flustered as you are right now. So I whooped him and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir.
What happened then?
Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went wide. When I woke, I was here. Right. Reason for arrest. I'm not Meekins it out alive. Heck no.
So, Officer Meekins, why was that they arrested you?
What do you mean, Emma?
Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim whom he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card.
In other words, we have no idea of knowing the victim really was the victim.
And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died.
That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say.
That is, I did say something along those lines.
Huh?
But you still ended up here?
They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly?
No, but the videotape is quite clear.
Huh?
Videotape?
From the security camera. Ow! The crime! My crime! The crime I swore to stamp out. It's there! It's me! It's on the tape!
And you wait until now to tell us this?
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No, I have my own. Well, I guess we'd better go check out the crime scene.
Oh boy. We both love and dislove Officer Meekins. He's a good man. He's just very, very loud. Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the chief detective's desk. It's Police Chief Gant. Oh no. Why are you here, my man? And you sure this is all him? You know what it means if there was anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's likely almost totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under a seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see, I see. Well, if anything turns up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. Chief detectives look a little flustered. All right, oh my boy, how you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Gant reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? His theme music is terrifying. Why is this theme music so terrifying? Edgeworth. Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy. Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boys since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having the top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else who found guilty in that case, righto? Oh, right, Von Karma. Legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in the court, you fixed it, so he was caught for forging evidence. But wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is about to get in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they just do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on the inquiry committee decides, it would be bad for Worthy. What? Evidence room incident? It's downright odd, I tell you. Detective getting killed on their turf, too, I mean. They're being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what evidence is saying. Team Gant does sound kind of crazy for a Pokemon team. That'd be actually kind of cool. He would have a Blit. He would have like weird side tangent. He would definitely have a Zebstrika. I'm gonna say it now. He would definitely have a Zebstrika that's like completely EV-IV'd out the wazoo. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed at 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this particular, well, it's a little sensitive. I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. All hiding stuff, secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief detective's trap shut. He was the one you were picking on earlier. Oh, you saw that? Whoops. I wonder what he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can discreetly ask him. We're just gonna. Do I just head right back down to the evidence room? Yeah, he's sounding sus to me. Oh, I think I need to head somewhere else. Okay, so let's move. Police department. I think I have to go back. guard station. Here we go. Can I not go back over there? No, I cannot. Let me see. Yep, did I was reading that correctly? Ah, okay. Let me just move back to... This was a little tricky for me to... Like, she was saying it plainly. I wasn't sure about, like... Oh, I have to examine. That's right. I hit the wrong buttons. Oh, sorry, had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want to do you to do? Well, see over there. That's Goodman's desk. Do you want me to check for anything that might be a clue? They took away every last bit of garbage in the trash can. So, nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. That makes sense. Better make note of that just in case. 2/21. I should be getting back to the police department crime scene. Okay, then now that's our key to discreetly move back to the police department. Oh wait, police department crime scene. Well, wait, how can I get in there? Oh. I keep, like, going at this, like, a little too far ahead. And we present him with this. 2/21, I was wondering, could you take a look at this? Sorry, Rado. I'm through with that stuff. I say. Go find the guy who can't seem to sit still out there, the busy one. The guy who can't sit still? Does he mean Detective Gumshoe? Either him or the dancing blue badger. Okay, so I was supposed to go back to the entrance. I just examined the blue badger. The blue badger is still writhing around today. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and let's say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department's been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? I can't help but feel like he's going to do something naughty. Showman, must be a detective. Answer me, how many fingers do you see? I'm sorry, I don't know. That's 20 for the left, nowhere near for... That's 20 for the left, but nowhere near that for the right. Get glasses, officer. That wasn't a salute, that was an eye test. They make a good pair. Wait, where did he go? He didn't move back to the... Oh, I need to do that. Okay. One more time, back to Criminal Affairs Department. There we go. I missed that step. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. I make mistakes with this one, because this one's like, I've never run this case before, so I'm actually confused sometimes. I never thought the day would come when Rido asked me for some help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Now, Rido. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Rido, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Oh. Heck, if someone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. It just goes to show you, you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? It's a special card for the guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor.
You just run along now and do your best. Later, folks.
It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? It's like a real ID.
You seem happy.
Yes, sir, because, sir,
We can go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Okay, now we can move. Into the guard station. And then we can move. I think then we can examine... Yeah, there we go. The evidence room is beyond that door.
and we have the ID card from Chief Grant. Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open.
Aha, the card reader is turned off, see?
What is that security guard thinking?
Howdy, partners. Well, looks like my Bambina's got... What's made my Bambina's sky so gray? Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon.
We're here to investigate the crime scene.
Yeehaw! That's a... Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts.
Yeehaw?
Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's active again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy. I got no mind to tangle with you, hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Well, let's present him with this. That smell. Reminds me of Texas.
So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas?
No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is that from my baby?
Yeah, Miss Star.
What's this?
What? What's wrong?
A filet steak lunch. I see.
I don't see. I wonder what it means.
Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. All right, Bambina, you win. Ask anything. Finally, it seems like
He's willing to talk.
I'm not gonna make the. I wasn't gonna make the sound effects of chewing noises because that's just a little nip. Guard station.
Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security evidence room, right?
You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Oh, wrong one. Oh, that poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong. I keep calling him Meekly.
He told us something.
He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from a detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know?
So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place?
Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway with the back of my steed, Zippy.
No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines just do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines too much. Kind of like that stewed broccoli they sneak in the next to your steak, you know?
Miss Starr told us something. Said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was only my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. It's all gone now, like a drinking hole in the prairie fire.
You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you?
That was my case. It was all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago, the day of our case. Oh, did they have the 3-month thing? Or was it the year? Or was it the year thing? That's right. The evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. I know the two of you might. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are the security cameras. Those are ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens to the tapes, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of the tapes? I reckon they might be. You're a security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. Card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes by, though. Passes through. Oh, 514. But wait, that's way too soon. Why would 514... So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina. I can't show you more than that. Oh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on the record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record being tied to the stabbing. Sorry, but could you tell us what this whole transferal thing was about? We keep only evidence from the solved cases in this room. They kept here under the presiding detective supervision for 2 years. And so we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault of the country sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years ago, 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to the SL9 incident 2 days ago. And I present him with this. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot? The number on this is 584-2189. Officer Marshall, show us the ID card record again. There it is. Look at the 4th number. It's a perfect match. And it's at 5:14 p.m., which is very bizarre because it's like, how would Goodman be down there and get stabbed? It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the whole world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. Did he do it? That's the thing, suddenly he pointed a knife at me. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to people with IDs here. The sheriffs back in the Wild West don't place much faith in evidence. But the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. This is neither wild nor west here. But that and this are 2 different things entirely. I I guess so. I'm lost. Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Wait, 221. Okay. Nope, nope. Can you talk to you further? No. We need to present. Oh, wait, what about the SL9 instant knife? Nope. Bit, 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 bit. Hang on, was I? Am I like out of steam on this one? Okay. Yeah, I'm good here. I need to actually move now. There we go. February 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room. It really is kind of like a graveyard. There's also a fishing rod here, too. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. I'm using a guide at points where my brain is not, like, connecting. Whoa! I'm only using a guide from time to time because some of these parts make me very confused, so my brain is just like, what do? I'm trying to do my best on, like, doing things the proper way, but, like, some of the stuff throws me off a bit. I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going down smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So it's true, what I heard? Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate the room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. So Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50? Even me? So that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge in the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. Well, guess what? You got the permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Scene of the stabbing of a detective at the PD. Let's see. So much evidence. Well, these floor maps aren't as detailed as they are later on in the future. That's for sure. Oh wait, I can present him with this. I'm gonna say one thing, speaking as a detective. I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing. That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. You know about the IDs of all who entered? Let's take a look at this. This is the ID card record of the people who came in here the day of the stabbing. I see I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here that day. Whoa! What is it? The second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? Oh, snap, crackle, pop. Edgeworth on the list. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Boss for a day. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day? That's right, it's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course. I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is the one, is with the inquiry committee now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in the court today.
I see.
I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case.
That case?
Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning and the end of for Mr. Edgeworth.
Maybe we can tell us more about the case.
This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it.
Using their ID card?
Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my 3rd guard since entering the force already.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand.
Right hand. Oh, you mean your fingerprint?
Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. Ow. The only locker we can open is our own.
Funny, they look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see?
The handles?
On the other side of the handles is a sensor. And if the wrong person touches it, zap, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't as obvious. There are even some people on the force who don't know about the fingerprint locks.
Evidence locker.
Nice. Can we ask him about about this? Can we present to you? Can we present you with the SL9 note? Detective Goodman's note and the switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone because of the SL9 connection. That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would the evidence turn up from that case now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left in that case. Yes, we can talk about the SL9 incident. Now, that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? Serial killing? Ooh. A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him.
And this was 2 years ago?
That put Mr. Edgeworth right on the spotlight and started the rumor mill.
Rumors?
About forged evidence. It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
Huh? What do you mean?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? Wait, didn't he get fired then? Or demoted?
So that switchblade knife?
The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Hello? What's this? There's something sticking out of here.
Looks like a shirt. I guess it might be evidence for some case.
I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet the evidence locker was opened recently.
How do you know?
If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detectives responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence?
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too.
I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt either in that under that trench coat either. If you're going to talk behind my back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Or Gumshoe.
This is stuff with evidence, stuff with dreams.
I'm not sure about dreams.
It won't happen. It won't open.
Did you really think it would? Hey, pal, our security is high-tech around here. What's this car door? Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, it's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been struck square in the forehead. Better him than us! Some bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry-looking fishing pole this is. Ah, that's my personal pole. I never do get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal, that's the metal detector. That's the one you used to put Von Karma away. That's the one that led to solving the case out on Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. It was like maybe, what, 3 weeks ago? 4 weeks? And, I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. Cheap-looking box? A cheap-looking box? You can't judge a person or machine by their cover. You gotta take a look at their heart. Slide to the right. Well, first and foremost, there's a lot of stuff all over the place. What's the saw and paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been the war against oppression. True art? I noticed there's some blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger. Well, you might say this is my studio. Here, in the evidence room? Also, wait. They shut it too soon, but there was like a little Easter egg for future references on his locker door. Wow, someone must have broken something to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of hooligan. Apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See that sticker on one of those pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. Take a closer look, because why not? I wonder what shape these pieces were in before it was broke. You want to try putting it back together? Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. That's why I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, that piece looks like at the bottom, so let's try putting the rest in place. See, you can really tell they were going at the idea of the DS. Like, oh. Some of the pieces. Let me try that again. I messed up. I exited out too soon. Let's take a closer look. Okay. Beep, 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 beep. Yep. Okay, let's try putting this all in place. Definitely not that one. We're looking at it from upside down. Oh, Q. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Nope. This part, I think. Nope. Okay. There we go. Okay, this is all new to me, too. Okay, that... No, flip that back. Okay, that fits there. I am usually very smart when it comes to puzzles. Just not tonight. I don't think it's that one. I think it is this one. No, that's gotta be the bottom. Oh wait, it's this one. Okay. It's the I'm on the top level. There we go. Oh, bugger! Dang it! I right-clicked. Ah! I right-clicked on that. I swear to God. Please tell me they at least saved my progress. Oh no, am I back to square one again? Oh well. There we go. What's this piece? No, I think it was this one. There we go. It's fine. I'll survive. There we go. Then we slot this one. No, wait, it was this one. No, it was that one. The only time I wish I had the thing to properly rotate the other objects. There we go. Nope, this piece. Wait, is this chunk, big chunk? Oh, it is probably this big chunk. Or am I really missing a few pieces? Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. We are still missing a piece. Well, I think we did it, but some pieces are still missing. Yeah, I got that far in too. In 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar, pieces missing. Okay. Someone left a glove here, but only one. SL9 is also written on there. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal. Make me some kind of absent-minded detective. That evidence from the case, you know. You mean the SL9? It does have a tag on it. Add that onto the list. Look, this one's open. The red indicator light above the door is lit. The locker is covered with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker? Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we close it. Seems empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Excuse me. What's this? Blood? It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there's other blood stains left in the room? We should use her testing fluid to check it out. Okay. Court record. E. You. Oh, hello. Oh, what's this? Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murder to touch the spot if he flew out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Internet? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where did you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I better jot this down for the floor plans. Just in case. Okay. There we go. I knew it. There's someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker, it's mine. It's yours? Please, you have to help me. When they come take me away, promise me you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot this down on the floor plans. Counting on you guys. I believe you can trust the police. What? But you're a detective! We are spraying down everywhere we can get to. Spritz, 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 spray. Holy smoke. Oh, that's a lot of bloods. That's a lot of blood. It must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien? This proves that something happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you don't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Hey, pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? Just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to give them my report for the day. We're going to be seeing something like that next time, I think. I believe that'll be the next that'll be the next actual game. Boy, they really didn't hold back on hiding those Easter eggs now. Yeah, I know that's a menu, but it's a very particular menu for a later game. It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? Well, it says nothing about no problems. Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. Oh, I was just trying. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. In the biz, that's what we call foreshadowing, indeed. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Yay, we get to go see Edgy! We get to go see Edgeworth. Jesus Christ, I miss the newer version of the moving where it's like you didn't have to click on every little thing. Edgeworth! We're back! Room 1202. Oh god, we're back again! Ah, yes, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere before? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave so long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Oh boy. Right. Has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening up near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. Ah, we love Gumshoe. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing really is taking a toll on him. Inquiry committee? So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Tomorrow's trial? Are you okay for tomorrow's trial? Well, I'm still presiding prosecuting attorney, however. Something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by Chief Prosecutor Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you, why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. Well, there's competent people. But it is also game logic. But still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Guess we can present you with the note. I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. You must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. The allegations of forgery. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at that time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot who was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. He was top officer and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Oh, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was the deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't, Edgy. Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. Maybe. I'll pass. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth said no. Okay. Show him the best evidence and get some reaction out of him. Okay, best evidence. Nope. I'd like find the best evidence. My brain is blanking. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Nope. Not that one. What do I need to show him? My brain. Hello. Okay, this one I might need to look up because my brain is actually it's late than I usually later than I usually stream, so my brain is like having a moment. Oh, is it always it's always comes back to the ID card, I just noticed. It's like it's like we've shown this ID card everywhere. Oh, never mind. The ID card record. Oh, the ID card record. I've read only one word of that. Oh yeah, because his name was on that list. That's right. Oh right, I better check this now. As I was saying, ooh. What's this? Record ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Oh, yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. The chief of police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep this here in the prosecutor's office. The AI-16. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief has never wanted to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
Can I ask what kind of case it was?
I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now, I'm curious about the other case. I'd better make a note of it. Screwdriver! Stubborn as always. I told you that has nothing to do with the current case. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something.
My sister? What?
If you were still studying forensic science.
Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this.
Luminol testing fluid. Well then, you might have a use for this.
Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints.
It's been chemically treated for better adhesion.
For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know.
I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Edgeworth is so based.
Well, let's get going. One last investigation.
Right. I do seem to remember seeing suspicious handprints somewhere. I did see a little something a little odd on the locker. Like a little smudge. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But I did see like an oddball little... Aha. See, Zephyr smart. Evidence room sector 3. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint.
There in the blood on the detective's evidence locker.
Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed.
Bink, bink. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger.
A finger?
Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. Let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print.
I can't really tell the difference at a glance.
Quit procrastinating and choose a finger.
Technically, it would be the thumb.
Oh. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done.
Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes.
First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around.
Huh? How do you do that?
With enter, see?
It looks like that did the trick.
The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess.
Huh? How do I do that?
With E. How exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake.
Now, this actually used to be very helpful when the DS had the mic feature. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with the mic here.
See?
Wow, that looks like fun. It might be might take some getting used to though.
It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright.
Guess I'd better give it a try. And we just kind of spread it around town. There used to be like an actual like amount left over.
Ah, you did it! You found one!
But it looks nothing like a fingerprint.
Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't.
What does it mean?
I think it means we're out of luck.
Out of luck? There is that little smudge one.
The person who left this fingerprint must have worn gloves.
Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here.
Hey, calm down. That's the way it goes sometimes with a scientific investigation. But it does seem a bit of a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints?
Other prints?
Look at the locker door again closely.
Yeah, see, you're right there.
It seems like there are other fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well.
Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside of the blood.
This faint one right there. And we just do it around town. Yeah, the person was wearing gloves when they, or whoever was down here. Aha. Let me just dust this around a little more. There we go. That's what we want.
Hey, a fingerprint is clear. It's dazzling.
Dazzling?
Anyway, this print looks a lot like... Took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away.
So we're not done with the process quite yet.
Well, there's no point in finding it a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right?
I guess she's right.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. Point out the person you think left these prints.
Huh? How am I supposed to do that? How am I supposed to know who it was?
I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with the case.
It's blood, though. That's the idea, that it was just the dust, the aluminum powder didn't bring up anything. It was just a pure white smudge. So yeah, blood got on the gloves. Mm-hmm. So whose fingerprints are most likely to be on this evidence locker? Let's see. Not Meekins. Is it Gumshoe? Yeah, it's Gumshoe. That's our gummy shoe.
Comparison complete.
Match found.
Aha! These prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look.
I guess it's probably just because I was thinking, so what? It is his locker.
Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit something, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright.
Thank you for your sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Oh, the hidden one? The hidden one? This is where we got a luminol fluid reaction, right?
Right. There was a handprint here. Okay, wanna try using this?
Alright, sparkling again. Check for prints. Okay, let's check for the prints.
That's the spirit. Oh, I have to warn you about something first.
What?
The area with the blood was wiped away, right?
We only ended up finding it using the chemical means.
Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too.
Oh, right. So that means no prints.
Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high?
Don't ask me!
Anyway, we must try to find the prints that weren't wiped away.
Prints that weren't left prints other than the ones that left behind the bloody hand. Aha! Okay, so she says not these ones. Was there... No, she said not by the ones that were left with blood. Oh, right, because they're hidden. Duh. They were quite literal about that. Oh my goodness, you can tell what time it is. I need to powder it up a little bit more. Voila! Then... Why does Gan's fingerprint look so familiar on there? It's like it's really close, but it's not sitting the same way. Not Meekins. Marshall? Wait, Marshall, what were you doing down here with your bare hands? That's true, he technically wears fingerless gloves, so... Or he's got, like, the gloves with 3 fingers on it. Hey, these fingerprints, they...
Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone we know?
That's Officer Marshall.
Huh? Officer Chief Marshall?
Ayo.
That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime.
Emma? This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction, the blood on the fingerprints, are in the same place.
Oh. Oh.
So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain.
Why would Officer Marshall?
It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence.
I don't believe it.
To be continued. Oh boy. Save the progress, absolutely. That was a bit of a lengthy one. There we go. We'll wrap that up. And this, I'm gonna slide over here. I know, just when it was getting juicy. I know. I'm such a tease. But you know what? This is good. That just means we can start the next day with, that means the next time we start these, we can actually go straight into the courtroom. So that way we're not running ragged with the investigation. Yeah, there he is. He was out baking in the sun for the last 3 days. He needed to come inside and stay cool. But yeah. I think this is definitely a good spot to stop. I don't have much to unpack other than, yeah, I'm fully realizing that I am going to have to, like, pull out a guide once in a while. I have to, like, pull out a guide once in a while for this particular case because my brain, especially this late at night, is like, what do I do? Because there's, like, a few moments, especially for, I know when we reach the dual destinies, it's definitely going to be, like, one of those cases I'm going to need to pull out something because there's like a moment where I'm very confused. Oh my goodness, I'm eepy though. I'm eepy. Is there anyone I can shove you lovelies off to, I wonder? Anyone playing the slate that might be where's Kendra? But Kendra is playing Elder Scrolls. I'll just toss you over to her. I won't say it. Just give her a good familiar summon and like let her know Zephyr is eepy. So I'm just gonna drop you guys off over to her. I'm gonna drop you guys off to Kendra while she's playing Elder Scrolls. I'm gonna go decompress and lie down because my throat needs a bit of a rest. But yeah, you guys have a great rest of your night. And I will see you all tomorrow for Harvest Moon Grand Bazaar Day. We got a bit of a farming week, farming for the next couple days, and then we play some more Needy Streamer Overload because I had a little too much fun last Saturday. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Okay. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye. Just to give her a little hello. No special tags today. Just give her a little hello for me. Okay.